You're living your normal life, working, spending time with family, and making plans for the future. But sometimes, small details slip into our routine that we have learned to ignore. Maybe it is that morning fog that does not clear even after a full night's sleep, or a constant thirst that you just chalk up to a busy day or the weather. These everyday moments are often our body's way of sending subtle signals about our metabolism. Type 2 diabetes is often called a quiet condition because it can develop in the background for years. But today is not about fear, it is about clarity. We are going to look under the hood of our metabolism to see how understanding our body today helps us maintain energy and stay active for years to come. You will see that managing your health is not about a long list of restrictions. It is about having the right tools for a high-quality life. Let us dive in. Type 2 diabetes is not a life sentence. Today, hundreds of millions of people around the world live with this condition, and they still stay active, work, travel, and plan for the future. In fact, in some cases, it can even go into remission when the symptoms stop showing. Hello, I'm George Brown. In this episode, we'll talk about type 2 diabetes in simple, clear language. What it is, and why it develops. The early signs you shouldn't ignore. How nutrition and lifestyle can help you keep it under control. The modern treatment options doctors use, and the exciting new discoveries science is making right now. Why is this topic so important? Type 2 diabetes has become one of the most common health challenges of our time, and it's now being diagnosed in younger people more often than ever before. But here's the good news: the more we understand about its causes and how it works, the more tools we have to manage it. So the goal of today's video is simple: to give you clear, practical answers. How to recognize type 2 diabetes early, what really helps to manage it, and what new hope modern science is offering today. Imagine your body as a house, and every cell inside is like a little room. To get energy into those rooms, you need a key, and that key is insulin. When everything works right, the process is smooth. You eat, your blood sugar rises a bit, insulin opens the doors, sugar enters the cells, and your body feels energized. But with type 2 diabetes, that key starts to lose its shape. The doors don't open properly anymore, so sugar stays in the blood instead of going inside the cells. It's like having fuel everywhere but not being able to use it. As a result, the body sends signals. You might feel tired, thirsty, need to urinate more often, or sometimes experience blurry vision or dizziness. And if the blood sugar stays high for a long time, it can quietly affect the heart, kidneys, and other organs over the years. Sugar builds up in the blood and begins to damage the body from within. How can you understand whether your blood sugar is in a healthy range? The simplest way is to check it with a standard blood test. A normal fasting blood sugar level, measured after 8 to 10 hours without food, is usually between 70 and 99 milligrams per deciliter, which is about 3.9 to 5.5 millimoles per liter. If the fasting number is 100 to 125 milligrams per deciliter, or 5.6 to 6.9 millimoles per liter, this is considered a warning zone, often described as pre-diabetes. A result of 126 milligrams per deciliter or higher, confirmed on more than one test, indicates diabetes. It is also helpful to check your blood sugar after eating. about 2 hours after a meal. A healthy value is typically below 140 milligrams per deciliter, which is around 7.8 millimoles per liter. A result between 140 and 199 milligrams per deciliter suggests impaired glucose tolerance. A reading of 200 milligrams per deciliter or above is in the diabetes range. There is another test that doctors often use, called hemoglobin A1C. This test shows your average blood sugar level over the past several months. A normal hemoglobin A1C level is below 5.6%. A result between 5.7 and 6.4% indicates prediabetes. A result of 6.5% or higher is considered diabetes. Type 2 diabetes does not develop suddenly. It is usually the result of many years of lifestyle patterns, eating habits, stress levels, sleep quality, physical activity, and in some cases, family genetics. The encouraging part is that this condition can often be well managed, and in many situations, the body can return to a healthier balance. By noticing early changes, checking both fasting and post-meal levels, and improving your daily routine, you can gradually bring your blood sugar back into a stable range and start feeling better again. If you have not checked your blood sugar for a long time, consider doing a simple test, one measurement in the morning, and another 2 hours after a meal. These few numbers can give you a surprisingly clear picture of your current health. Type 2 diabetes is often called a silent condition because the signs appear slowly and can be mistaken for something else. But there are a few signals you should pay attention to. 1. Constant thirst. You may notice that you're drinking more water than usual, yet your mouth still feels dry. That's because the body is trying to flush out excess sugar through fluids. 2. Frequent urination, especially at night. When blood sugar is higher than normal, the kidneys work harder to filter it. This can mean more trips to the bathroom, even during the night. 3. Fatigue, even after rest. Sometimes you may feel drained of energy, even after a good night's sleep. This happens because the sugar stays in the blood instead of entering the cells, leaving them low on fuel. 4. Blurry vision. Your eyesight may occasionally seem a little out of focus. This doesn't always mean there's a problem with your eyes, it can be a temporary effect of changing blood sugar levels. Fifth, slow healing of cuts and scratches. Even a small cut or bruise may take longer to heal than usual. Elevated blood sugar can slow down the body's natural healing process. Sixth, more frequent infections. The body can become more sensitive to common issues like skin or urinary infections, and they may occur more often than before. Seventh, changes in weight and appetite. Some people feel hungrier than usual, while others notice unexplained weight loss. This is linked to how the body is processing energy from food. All of these signals are easy to dismiss as stress, aging, or just being busy. But together, they can be early warning signs of type 2 diabetes. Paying attention to these changes and talking with your doctor can make a big difference. Type 2 diabetes doesn't appear overnight. Most often, it develops over many years and is closely linked to daily habits and lifestyle. Here are the main risk factors. 1. A sedentary lifestyle. Spending long hours sitting, at work, in the car, or in front of a screen, means the muscles don't get enough activity. But muscles play a key role in moving sugar from the blood into the cells. Without regular movement, blood sugar can slowly rise. Second, excess weight. Carrying extra pounds, especially around the waist, can make the body's cells less sensitive to insulin. That means the key doesn't work as well, and sugar stays in the bloodstream instead of going into the cells. Third, sugary drinks and fast snacks. Soda, sweetened tea, packaged juices, fast food, and processed snacks can cause quick spikes in blood sugar. If this happens often, the body becomes less able to keep things in balance. Fourth, chronic stress and lack of sleep. When we don't get enough rest or live under constant stress, stress hormones interfere with how insulin works. As a result, blood sugar levels can go up. 5. Smoking. Cigarettes affect more than just the lungs. They also disrupt metabolism and raise the risk of developing type 2 diabetes and its complications. Sixth, family history. If a parent or close relative has type 2 diabetes, the risk is higher, but this doesn't mean it's inevitable. Lifestyle still plays a huge role in prevention. And here's the good news. Habits can be changed. Even small steps, adding more movement, cutting back on sugary drinks, getting better sleep, and managing stress, can significantly reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes develops slowly, and often without clear signs. Years can pass before a person notices the first changes. That's why it's so important to take action early if you are at risk. Step 1. Tests. These checks can reveal what's happening before serious symptoms appear. Fasting glucose. You come in the morning, without eating, and give a blood sample. If the level is normal, that's good, but it's only part of the picture. Hemoglobin A1C. This test shows your average blood sugar over the past 3 months. Think of it like a long-term temperature check. Sometimes it reveals hidden issues that a single test might miss. Oral glucose tolerance test. You drink a sweet solution, and doctors see how your body responds. It's like a stress test for your metabolism. These tests are your lighthouse. Even if the numbers look fine, they remind you to stay on course, not to wait until the storm hits. Step 2. Lifestyle. This isn't about drastic changes, but about small habits you can build gradually. Nutrition. Cut back on sugar, soda, and fast snacks. Replace them with vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and nuts. Think of your body like a car. The better the fuel, the longer and smoother it runs. Movement. Aim for at least 30 minutes of activity a day. That could be a walk in the park, brisk walking to work, dancing at home, or riding a bike. The key is consistency. Every bit of movement helps your cells use insulin more effectively. Sleep and stress. Lack of rest and constant stress keep your body from recovering. Try going to bed at the same time each night, practice deep breathing, or spend time outdoors to relax. Why start today? Because type 2 diabetes isn't a sudden strike, it's a slow process. The earlier you steer your health in the right direction, the better your chances of preventing it or delaying it for years. Stop. Becoming at risk doesn't mean being doomed. It's an opportunity to rethink your habits and make choices that protect your health. Every small change is a step toward more control and a more active life. And the most important part, it's never too late to start. When people think about treating type 2 diabetes, the first thing that comes to mind is usually medication. But doctors are clear, the most powerful tool is lifestyle. It's not just prevention, it's therapy. 1. Nutrition. This isn't about strict diets that are hard to follow. It's about building habits you can stick with every day. For example, swapping soda for water with lemon, or trading a candy bar for a handful of nuts. Small choices like these, repeated daily, make a real difference in blood sugar levels. 2. Movement. Physical activity works like a key, helping cells respond to insulin again. Even a simple walk helps. And it doesn't take marathons, just consistency. 150 minutes of activity per week is about 20 minutes a day. Cycling, swimming, dancing, or light workouts, they all work. Third, sleep and stress. We often underestimate how important rest is. Poor sleep raises stress hormones, and those hormones make it harder for sugar to move into the cells. That's why quality sleep isn't a luxury, it's part of the treatment. Fourth, medication. Sometimes doctors may prescribe medicine. But the key is that medication works best when combined with lifestyle changes, not as a replacement for them. The takeaway is simple. Lifestyle isn't just an extra. It's the foundation of treatment. Medications can help, but it's the everyday habits that bring long-term results. Your steps today shape your health tomorrow. Modern science is looking at type 2 diabetes from many angles, and the message is becoming clear. It's not only about blood sugar, it's about overall health. 1. Genetics and a personalized approach. Researchers are finding that there's no one-size-fits-all model. Type 2 diabetes can develop differently in different people. In the future, recommendations will be shaped more by genetics, metabolism, and lifestyle, making care more personalized than ever. 2. Lifestyle as medicine. Large studies, like the DIRECT trial, have shown that nutrition, physical activity, and weight reduction can lead to long-term remission. This has changed the way experts think about type 2 diabetes, proving that everyday choices can be just as powerful as traditional methods. Third, nutrition under the microscope. Scientists are studying how specific foods affect blood sugar and insulin sensitivity. Fiber, whole foods, healthy fats, and protein balance all play a role. The goal is to create eating plans that don't feel like strict diets, but become sustainable, enjoyable lifestyles. Fourth, physical activity and its deeper effects. Exercise is no longer seen as just a way to burn calories. Research shows that movement actually changes how cells work, improving their ability to use glucose. Even a short walk after meals can help lower blood sugar. 5. Stress and sleep. Studies also highlight how stress and lack of sleep impact metabolism. Simple practices for relaxation, consistent sleep routines, and better stress management can improve blood sugar just as reliably as nutrition and exercise. The focus of modern science is shifting. It's not just about controlling sugar anymore. It's about comprehensive health management: what you eat, how you move, how you rest, and how you handle stress. This holistic approach gives people the chance for long-term remission and a higher quality of life. Now we know much more about type 2 diabetes, and the main message is simple: even if you're at risk, no one is doomed. Today, millions of people around the world live active, fulfilling lives, working, traveling, and building their future, all thanks to small lifestyle changes and the right support. Type 2 diabetes is not the end, it's a challenge, and challenges can be overcome. Every step, making healthier food choices, taking a walk outside, getting good sleep, or simply caring for yourself, adds up to something much bigger: long-term health and freedom. And here's my message to you: don't wait until tomorrow to take care of your health. Start with small steps today. Choose health, choose joy, choose freedom. If this video was helpful, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss future episodes. And share this video with someone who might need it. Your action today could be the start of real change for them.